Hi, this is Jamie. Welcome to Sci-Fivision. I realized I think I even started it a minute there before I was going by the StreamYard clock. But welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. Scarlett will be along in a few minutes. She probably doesn't expect me to be early, but she'll be along in a few minutes. But thank you if you are joining us. Today we're going to talk about the last episode of the second half of Wednesday, episode 4, which is, oh God, I have to look. I should remember these things. Hold on a second. I don't even know. I don't have it up. If These Woes Could Talk. Sorry, there. Lost my train of thought there. If These Woes Could Talk is the episode. So we're going to talk about that. And then this Thursday coming up, we won't have our Wednesday show because this Thursday we're going to be switching to Alien Earth for episode 5. And this show now, Nevermore Outcasts for Wednesday, will move to Mondays. But it's not on again until the 3rd. The show itself isn't on until the 3rd. So there'll be like a week off from this show. So yeah, we'll be back with Nevermore Outcasts on the 8th. And like I said, yeah, next Thursday will be Alien Earth. And I think that's it until Monday. Or yeah, well, no, wait, we won't have it. That's right, we won't have anything this Monday since there isn't an episode Wednesday. It's so confused saying Wednesday and talking about other days and talking about the show Wednesday. We won't be back until Tuesday with Fandom Access since there is nothing on Monday now that the Institute is over. Sorry, it's very confusing. Again, as I usually say, I have posted the full schedule on Discord since it's probably easier if you just read it. Let me bring Scarlett in. I don't know why your video camera there is still hovering, but hello.
Oh, that's because that's where Karen was last night.
No, I know, but I thought I turned it off. I didn't. But there,
okay.
it's all gone. It's all gone. I fixed it. But sorry, I was actually a couple minutes early this time, so when I started it, I'm not usually. But
I forgot this is a little longer than some of the other episodes.
Yeah, it was a full hour. I didn't realize it was that long either until we started watching it, and I saw how long it was. But yeah, we just got done having the watch party, and we will next Thursday or on the 8th have a watch party when the new episode comes out at 9:30, and of course our live streams at 11. So yeah. So let me ask you then why. Before we start, what did you think of the finale? I know we had watched it last week because we did an impromptu watch party. I remember last week. What did you think about it?
I was actually surprised that some of our guest stars are no longer guest stars.
Yeah.
Which is surprising to me, but I guess
no, it's fine.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, I just realized I'm a little tired. I just bookended the sentence with surprise.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, look, she could still, I guess, technically not be dead, but I think she's supposed to be dead. So I don't know.
I read killed in a couple recaps, so I'm assuming killed then.
Yeah, but like I said to you though, the thing you got to remember is when people write these recaps, it's based on what the viewer thinks, so that doesn't necessarily, because most of them probably have not seen the second half to know what happens. They're just writing what they think, and I have not seen the second half, so I can't comment either way. But I don't know. It kind of stinks if they got rid of Christina Ricci, but
yeah, she just came in and she just made the same mistake twice and then just died.
Yeah, that kind of stinks if that's the case. But I mean, look, they also brought in Thandie Way Newton, and she wasn't in very long either, so it's really hard to.
And we think she's definitely dead then?
I think she's definitely dead because she's got a hole in her head. So I think she's gone.
I thought the Heights clause went all the way through Christina Ricci, so.
Well, yeah, that I don't know. Could that be lived through? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if she comes back, but I wouldn't be surprised if she don't either. I could see it going either way, really. So
It depends what plot point they want to hit, because if they want to hit the plot point that, like, what does the Hyde do when its master's dead?
yeah,
Plot
I
line.
mean, she did. Yeah, she made a point of saying something like that I forget exactly what she said. It's at the end of my notes, but whenever she commented like that a Hyde wouldn't kill his master for blah 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 because they'd be done or whatever. So that kind of makes me think there's a possibility, yeah, that they do want to explore what happens after their master's gone. So I think that could be.
Or maybe nothing happens and there is another master.
Maybe. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. I mean, it's not that far away, at least. Next, like less than a week. So that's good, at least.
Yeah.
It's not too long to wait. All right. So let me get my pictures up here. All right. So speaking of Christina Ricci, so we start with her coming to Willow Hill. Willow Hill? Is that right? Yeah, Willow Hill. I'm like trying to remember from
Willow
Hill. my memory. I wanted to say Thornhill because that's her name. And I'm like, no, that's not the name of the place. Willow Hill.
I literally saw it like 3 minutes ago.
No, I know. My brain isn't working. But yeah, she comes in to talk to Dr. Fairburn. And she does make a comment about reading her book. She's pretty sarcastic. I mean, she thinks she has leverage and she doesn't. She wants Fairburn to let her stay in this facility instead of sending her back. And she wants the Fairburn wants her to help with Tyler, to help, whether it's help rehabilitate him to see what happens. I mean, it's not super clear, but she thinks it's to help him. And Fairburn makes a point of saying that they thought keeping her away would lessen the bond between him and his master, and it didn't work. So they're kind of not sure what to do, I guess, at this point. And she is willing to let her go, though, because whenever Thornhill says, I'll help you if you let me stay, she's like, no. And she's like, we're going to put you in solitary confinement, too. So I don't know if she just knows she'll scare her enough that she'll agree to do it anyway, or if she really was willing to let her go. I don't know. But whenever she threatens her, she's like, okay, I'll help you. Just let me see Tyler at least one more time. And I figure, which we didn't actually see anything, but I figure she's probably was planning something if she hadn't been grabbed by him. Do you think?
She's definitely got her Misty Quigley face on in this scene. And her hair too. I don't know. Like, some people are making some Sita Chucky references, but I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, I have not seen that one either. But yeah, her haircut is not great. I'm assuming that's how they cut it when they brought her into the.
Right now, it's a Westworld Yellow Jackets combo I never knew I needed. I'd like to see Westworld hit Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of assumed whenever she said, let me talk to Tyler, that she had something she was planning to do to Tyler if he hadn't grabbed her, that maybe she was going to do something. But I don't know. Maybe she's just obsessed with him. I'm honestly not sure. It's so weird.
It is kind of bizarre that she, I guess, wants a baby, wants Hyde to be her.
Yeah, I don't know.
She wants to be mommy.
It seems to be. Now, she is an outcast as well, right? I can't remember, but did she have some kind of power? She had some kind of powers, didn't she?
I don't know
what they were. I mean, she was a teacher there, and it seems like most of the people that teach there have powers, but not necessarily. So I don't know. I was thinking she could do something with the plants, but I don't. I could be completely wrong. Kelly says, can see it with Chucky. She does got that cray look there, like you said, the Misty Quigley look. She's got. She does.
Well, that's the way she was debating. It seemed very Misty Quigley.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised if she was going to pull something up. But yeah, either way, she agrees to let her see him, which I don't know if that was a smart thing or not, but because they do uncuff her and everything when she goes in. to let her talk to him. And they have the shock collar on Tyler, so they don't expect that he can actually hurt anybody. And clearly they have not thought through, I guess, all their security procedures, because he grabs her right away and he's able to. And I know Fairburns like, don't shock him, it'll kill her, because of the way he's holding her, the way he grabs her.
It goes through him into her.
So clearly, which I don't know if that means that to me means they haven't really thought the prison through real well. But I also wonder if, like, somebody else, they would have said, don't get that close, and she just didn't care. She's like, go ahead, get that close.
Or they thought by the way he was talking, he was going to morph and grab her. He's like, I've been waiting for this day. Mommy.
Yeah.
I don't understand the mommy baby thing. It's like
I don't either. I would just think that because other people might not be safe, that they should fix the cage a bit more. But the whole mommy baby thing is really, really bizarre. Let me ask you, was it like that the first season and I'm just forgetting that they talked to each other like that she called him baby and everything? Or was it just...
No, I don't think she's ever called him baby, but maybe she did use mommy. I was just doing the mommy baby thing. I don't think she ever says baby to him, but...
Well, so either way, I don't think... But she did last season. Okay, that's what I was trying to remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably instantly forget it because it's like kind of cringy to me.
Well, yeah, it's very cringy. Not kind of cringy, just very cringy. But either way, it's weird. The whole thing's weird, and even you would think
they would have bars that he wouldn't be able to put his hind-arm through. Would be one of the things they should do.
Yeah, well, I think he might have did he put his human arm through, though, then turn to hide, maybe?
Oh, perhaps.
I don't know if it shows. Yeah, see, he reached through. I think he reached through then.
Perhaps you shouldn't have him be able to reach that far.
Yes, I would agree with that. But probably most people are smart enough not to stick their face near the cage. It's kind of like if you're going up to a tiger's cage and there's like, spaces in between, you don't stick your face up next to it.
But it's a baby tiger. Oh.
Well, it is maybe not so.
I'm tiger mommy.
But I love the look on Fairburns' face there, because she just got this look like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, I don't know. It's funny to me. But yeah, she says, don't turn on the shock collar, you'll kill her. So yeah, that is, he is not happy with Thornhill. We don't really know much more than that. Then we go to Wednesday, who is at this cemetery in the mausoleum, looking at the urns, because she is trying to find out information about one of the outcasts that were killed, supposedly. I think that Patricia Redcar, was the one.
Patricia Redcar.
So yeah, basically last episode, she had found all those clippings on Galpin's murder board, whatever you want to call it. We call it a murder board, about different outcasts that supposedly died. And so she's going to check her remains, which was smart considering the remains weren't in there. But her grandmother shows up there. I know you said you like Ab Fab. I think I've seen it once. I don't think I've
Joanna Lumley.
Yeah, but I do like her.
Well, Patsy Stone would be the perfect mother for Morticia.
She is.
Have you ever seen Ab Fab?
No, that's what I said. I think I've seen it once. I haven't watched it. But she, Catherine Zeta-Jones needs somebody who can, go one-on-one with her. And I think that...
If it was the 90s, she'd probably have one of those long smoking, those long smoking pipe things.
Oh, yeah. I can totally see that. Yeah. But yeah, she shows up because she's like, if you're going to ask on, for information from, or they say dirt, which I'm assuming they keep using the word dirt as kind of a joke, but dirt on a competitor, that's almost like a dare for her to come. So yeah, she found out she was asking about this cemetery, and this is not one of her grandmother's cemeteries. But she explains to her that, all these people that died were patients, and she does say she's worried about Enid getting killed. And her grandmother's like, you should have told her about her friends and family discount. Like, that's helpful. Thank you. That's helpful. But yeah, she she's worried about Enid, and she does say, I did like this line when she says, "You know what? I know what you say about feelings. Bury them deep down inside and let them slowly eat away at you." Yeah, not necessarily good advice.
Delicious.
Yeah, but there's the urn. She takes the urn, and they both. I guess I have too many pictures. They both smell it, and
that's what you do.
That's what you do. It's got animal actions in it. I mean,
and some
look,
deer. It's a deer and squirrel.
Deer, I forget, and squirrel and a Shih Tzu. I forget what else. I'm not super surprised at this. I had called this in the last episode when we were talking. I really kind of figured they weren't dead, so this wasn't super surprising. But I like the way that they, that it's played out, and the fact that they sniff it is really hilarious. It's crazy, but yeah, they're assuming maybe they faked their own deaths. Somebody faked their deaths. Something weird's going on. So she wants her to look into it. And I guess I missed part of this when I was doing the watch party. I didn't get the chance to go back, but I guess she asked her grandmother then to buy this cemetery. Is that what it is? She asked her to buy it because then she could find out, and look up the death certificates. And she tells her to, in order to get her to do what she wants, she basically says that if you do this, my mother will be pissed. So, because she knows that will make her happy, because she wants Morticia to be pissed off. So that's why she kind of agrees to do it, which was really smart on Wednesday's part. But while they're talking, a raven crow, I keep wanting to say raven, these are crows, comes, swoops down, and steals the obituary that she had sitting there. Because, of course, as we said last week, of course, Wednesday didn't bother to make copies because she doesn't do that. It
doesn't make copies of anything.
She should have. She really should have. Because, yeah.
She needs to know how to at least use a Xerox machine.
She does. But the crow, or take a picture with the phone. I mean, she could have just taken a picture. But there is a person that has a black cloak on that we are assuming at this point is an avian, is controlling the birds and made it steal it. And so now she's like, there goes my evidence. What am I going to do?
I was going to say, does she still have a phone? I thought she had Xavier's phone and then didn't have the phone anymore.
Yeah, I guess that wasn't her phone, was it? I mean, he's called her on it, and the stalker had messaged, or was that Agnes? That was Agnes, though, at that point, right?
Yeah.
Had messaged her on it. But yes, I think you're right. I think that she said it wasn't hers. But one of them she destroyed, right? So I'm not sure. She still has a phone because they've shown it, but I don't know. I get mixed up. But either way, yeah, she could have even, grabbed Enid's phone and taken a picture. It would have solved the problem. But
library has Xerox machines.
Or used a Xerox. I don't know though. Do they really have? I mean, do places have copy machines as much as they used to? I guess they probably do. I just haven't really seen one a lot recently. Not that I've looked for it, but especially at a school, I don't know if they would really have a Xerox machine at a school. Probably, like in the library, maybe, or something like that. Yeah. We had, I think, a Xerox in the library. You don't really have fax machines very often, but they probably have a copy machine in the library. But I don't know what Wednesday would ever go in the library. We don't know.
They should just live in the library.
Yeah, well, Wednesday is hard to judge, but yeah, she could. You never know.
Oh, I was looking at the Bloody Mary that Grandmama had.
Yeah, so gross. I hate tomatoes.
Oh yeah, you don't like it. I only had one that was ever good, and it was because one of my bartending friends made it kind of spicy, and used like a lot of ingredients in it to make it not so sour, because I don't like tomatoes because they're sour, and that was fine. But most of the time I don't like Bloody Marys, because they have those Bloody Marys that have like sliders and chicken nuggets and like celery and stuff.
Nuggets with the slot. Wait, what? Say that again.
You've never been to any of those places? Like, it's usually like sports bars that have them, and they're a huge Bloody Mary, but it also has stuff. You know how Bloody Marys are served.
They put them into dip in it. You mean like?
No, but it's like instead of just having celery there, they have celery, but then they also have a couple chicken nuggets on the skewer put in the glass. Like sometimes they have a small slider skewered through, put in the glass, like on the top of the glass.
Yeah, that's.
And then
I
they
don't
sell
know.
them for like $20.
Yeah, I could see they would do that. I don't know. Will never taste a Bloody Mary. I do not eat tomatoes. I do not like tomatoes.
Well,
No.
there's tomatoes in a lot of stuff.
I use ketchup, and I will eat pizza with a tiny
That's
bit of sauce, but
tomatoes.
that's the extent. I know, but it's not like a cooked to. I really, really detest. I just can't. It grosses me out. I won't. So I will never try Bloody Mary.
It seems a very vampiric drink, but I think Grandma Ma's more witchy.
Yeah. Well, hey, witches can have bloody stuff too, right?
Mm.
Lord. So we go back to the school, and Wednesday still sees, there's still all these crows hanging about, and she's, they're watching her. She's watching them, trying to figure out what's going on with that. And then she comes in on Enid. There is I didn't get a picture of it, but was a pink scrunchie. On the door.
Yeah.
The scrunchie, which apparently.
When the scrunchie's rocking, don't come a knocking.
Yeah, I guess it's equivalent to like a tie or something, or a sock. Usually guys, I think, use a sock, don't they? I don't know. I haven't dormed with a guy, but yeah, she was supposed to know that meant that she was busy with him, because she's kind of like, ew, Wednesday. She doesn't want to see him make out.
Well, werewolves have a history of being amorous, so it's kind of interesting that they continue this tradition.
Yeah, well, they're also teenagers, so they're probably, whether they're werewolves or not, I think they're going to make out a lot.
That's true.
It's the age. But yeah, they're in there making out, and Wednesday isn't too happy about it. I think it's so funny how like Enid is so opposite Wednesday in the sense that like she's all those colors, like you look at her corner of the room and her bed and and everything, an explosion of colors, unicorns, everything, that kind of thing. And then you look at Wednesday's shit, and it's like, it's just
because the glass was stained, and then Wednesday took the same glass out on the other side.
Yeah, so they each get a side. I see she kept her doll though. I can see the
oh yeah, the creepy
doll sitting on the floor. So
I like to watch it. The doll likes to watch us make out.
It must. But the doll wasn't the only one. Agnes is there watching them make out too. Which
wow, so this is like a party then.
Yeah, which obviously they're not happy about. She's pissed that Agnes was there the whole time, and she asks them something like how long you were there, and she's like in between, and she starts making kissy noises, and she's like, nope. I do appreciate though that Wednesday's like, strike two. She's like, don't do that. It's not cool she was there. But she tells Wednesday, and this is what she said earlier in the one episode. She said about her brother too. She said that she's trying to take the mundane off her plates. Like she's trying to take care of all the other stuff that Wednesday doesn't want to, so she can focus on what she's focused on. And she's helping her, to find this Lois, quote unquote. But she gives her a letter from her book publisher, who is dropping Wednesday because Wednesday refuses to edit at all. And she says she doesn't care because she would rather, her novel to be what she wants it to be than compromise and make some edits. So yeah, I don't think her book's ever going to get published.
They missed the opportunity to use this actress in that the Wendy's Meal of Misfortune commercial.
Yeah, I think it would have made more sense to use her because she does look so much like her. They must. I don't think they digitally alter it, but her eyes are so big. They must like really use makeup to. I don't know. She just all you notice are these girls' eyes. They're pretty, but they're there. I don't know. That's what I think when I see her. I notice she always has that wide eye stare, But yeah, she tells her about the publisher, and they do, I think, talk a little bit about like, trying to find that Lois, and that's what she's why she's helping her with the other stuff. So then Wednesday goes to see Uncle Fester, because she wants him to go into Willow Hill. So she meets him in the clock tower, and she wants him to go to Willow Hill and ask about Lois. And he talks about how the last time he was in the mental institution was because of her mother, and that her aunt Ophelia was a patient there, but had left whenever he was committed. So basically, her mother asked him to go be committed to try to find out about her sister, and but she was already gone, so that didn't pan out. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that woman she rescues at the end of the episode is her aunt. I mean, I think that's where it's going, and I think that it makes sense because her mother burnt the book. Now she doesn't need it if she's got her aunt. You know, I've said that before. I think that's where that whole thing's going. But yeah, he suddenly shoots his electricity behind him because Agnes is hiding out, and he sees her there, and he's like yelling at her because she walks so loud. You know, he knows she's behind him, but Wednesday tells him that, you know, she's her stalker that she's using as an unpaid expendable gopher. So she's getting her to do her dirty work.
I didn't make the association that her hair was all staticky because of electricity.
Yeah, because he shocked her. Which I hadn't really thought about till now, but obviously Pugsley has the same, you know, power. I mean, maybe it's like females tend to be psychic and males tend to, you know, in their family. I don't know, but yeah, he has the same electric power. But so she says, you know, that she's helping her out, and since, as he says, he enjoys child labor, so he's okay with it. He's just like tells her not to walk so loud, make so much noise, and he gives her some tips on how to sneak. And we know Fester is a creepy sneak, so that makes sense. But she brought the blueprints to Willow Hill. So he is going to sneak in. And I don't know why I took so many pictures at this hotel, but Fester is going to this Apple Hollow Inn. He's checking in, and I guess the point is to make an ass out of himself and act crazy enough that they will take him and, you know, admit him or commit him to Willow Hill. I'm not sure that this was the best way to do it, but it was funny. And he brings in, wait, I have there's his Fester Diabolic.
Diabolic, yeah. New Mexico.
Intending to be, yeah. But he brings, I didn't have a picture of it, but he gives him a bag of cash with like purple dye all over it. That was, I guess, from the bank he robbed before with Wednesday. So yeah, it's at least going to get him arrested, if nothing else. I find it funny that there's not something else like hidden on, like I thought there was going to be something weird written on the license, but there's really not, other than the name. He's from Hawkesbury Avenue. That's about the only thing in Albuquerque, but that's not real anyway because he faked the ID.
Yeah.
So the receptionist calls the sheriff here, Sheriff Santiago, and she's like, you know, the bank robber's there. We got to go pick him up. Be careful. And meanwhile, this guy is going, I don't know, I guess this is supposed to be at the same hotel. I'm assuming, like he was looking for Fester. Maybe they didn't, I don't know why they wouldn't know what room he was staying at, but he goes in and finds Bianca's mother, who's been hiding out at the hotel room, who doesn't belong there. So he, you know, takes her into, I don't know, arrest her, I guess, because she's squatting there and shouldn't be there. I have to wonder, though, my immediate reaction is, why doesn't she use her own psychic powers to whammy him and get away?
Maybe she doesn't have any.
Well, I'm going to assume she does, because if you look at her eyes, they look like Bianca's. So, I mean, I guess it's possible, but no, they do say she has it, because that's why that her boyfriend or whatever, her husband of the time, was with her because he wanted to use her to get the people in his cult. Remember? Because her Bianca says something to her about that, like that's why she or she says to Bianca, one or the other, that's why he was with her, because he wanted her to convince the other people to join the cult. So yeah, she definitely can do it. I'm not sure why she doesn't.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll go further into the limitations of the siren power. You know,
Yeah,
because it seems like Bianca could just go into any place and just, you know, charm anyone. Like, I guess it's like charm, persuasion.
Yeah,
but I mean, because, like, you know, a lot of times, like, Wednesday's eyes will like bleed black. You know, is there something that if she uses her power too much, it would have a negative consequence?
Maybe. I guess that could be a possibility, but I do think they should like explain why she didn't, because that to me makes
like if she used it, maybe that guy would pick up on it if she used it.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. Kelly says, and I guess I missed this, says I thought they said she lost her power. That's why she came to Bianca. Yeah. Maybe. I didn't think she did, but maybe I misheard that in the other episode. I just remember them saying that that guy married her for her powers. But that actually would make more sense.
Yeah, they married her for her powers to take her powers away.
Yeah, maybe he found a way to steal her powers. It makes me think.
Maybe if you seduce the siren, you get her powers.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Like the persuasion.
Yeah, but either way, he's taking her down to the station. And meanwhile, the sheriff is going into his Fester's hotel room and finds him singing. He's singing. Where's it at? I forgot. I want to know what love is. And she's like, hands. I really thought there was going to be some kind of dirty joke here. And then he pulls out the ducks, which it was even more fun. But yeah. Fester is weird and creepy. And yeah, I'm not sure though that they really had a reason to bring him to Willow Hill, but I guess they talked to him first, so maybe that's why. Then they know he's crazy, because arrest him, yes, bring him to the insane asylum, I don't know, but they talk to him and he's like, oh, he has all these passports, and he has 18 passports, 33 driver's license. He trashed the hotel room. And they know that he was the bank robber that eluded arrest the year before. And meanwhile, while they're talking to him, he's sitting there eating the cactus. So he's clearly trying to do things to make himself look nuts. He wants them to take him away, basically. And we know that. I mean, that was the whole plan.
It's delicious.
Yes, delicious. How could you eat a cactus though? That would hurt, I would think, even with him.
Sweet pain.
Yeah. So Bianca and Ajax and Eugene and Pugsley are being made to
stuff envelopes.
Stuff envelopes with the invitations to the masquerade. I'm not sure why Bianca was there, other than I guess he was pissed at her because she wouldn't do what he wanted, because Eugene and Pugsley were in trouble because of the zombie. Ajax was in trouble by association, which he shouldn't have been, but he was the RA and he got yelled at. But I was just going to say, I like this is their dance or whatever is called the Nevermore Forevermore. The Nevermore Forevermore appeal from 5 p.m. to midnight. So yeah, that's their for their party, and they are stuffing the envelopes, and yeah. Only really the other two should have been there, but they've been forced to go there too. And Bianca, wait, I'm getting too far ahead.
I thought Bianca was there because she tried to stand up to Steve Buscemi's character.
That's what I said. It might just be he's pissed at her. He isn't doing what he wants. So he doesn't have to have an exact reason. But well, also I guess she because of that he's making her work for that committee or whatever. So maybe it's partially one of her jobs. I don't know. But she starts getting texts from her mother, who's like, I've been arrested, come help me, And she tries to leave and tries to tell the principal that she's got to go take care of that. But he won't listen to anything they're saying. And this is where he says, you're a leader, you got to take the heat for other people's screw-ups. And he's not listening. And she cannot whammy the teacher there because she can't use her powers on the glass because it won't go through the glass. I must have in my notes these things a little bit out of order because I'm pretty sure this is where she leaves with Ajax, where he's basically like, I'll help. Or no, okay, I'm sorry. No, it isn't. This is just them talking to him and trying to leave. And he's like, no, you can't leave. Then we switched. I was right the first time. Okay, wait. Kelly said, I think it was last season her power was fading out, is how I think they said it. I think it was during the parents' weekend. I could be remembering wrong. Well, thank you, Kelly. Would honestly have to look because I thought you meant from the other episode when they were talking in the hotel room. But that's good to know because it does explain more if that is the case of why she didn't just use her power, because that seems way too easy. So that, yeah, if that's the case, that makes a lot of sense. So Wednesday goes to talk to her mother, and she's ready to burn the book because Wednesday lost the fight they had. And she does ask her about Ophelia, her aunt, because she's like, you're no better than me. You're keeping secrets too. And she explains to Wednesday that 2 decades ago, her mother sent her sister to Willow Hill. And she really believed her issue was psychic and not mental. It was psychic exhaustion from, her visions, which it was, but obviously she didn't listen. But she says that she did what Wednesday, wasn't, I guess, want to do. She actually pleaded with her mother to not do it. But she kept getting, with her visions, unimaginable pain and black tears. So, she couldn't she couldn't stop her mother from sending her sister away, basically. And then while she's telling her this, her mother comes in and she says that old memories are like corpses. They never seem the same when you dig them up. So she's not denying it. And she does make Morticia makes a point of saying her sister, her mother's daughter, has been missing for 20 years. So this is kind of a clue into she was at, the asylum and something happened to her, which is why I said I'm pretty sure that's that woman they found they thought was, but although I would think if she was, why was there no obituary though? Because the other people all had obituaries, but I still think that's going to turn out to be Ophelia. But either way, she's been missing, and they never found her, and her mother clearly didn't care enough.
I like that she has the deed to the
the
cemetery.
She bought her the cemetery, and she's trying to piss off Morticia, and she's like, here, you can be,
so
whatever.
Happy.
Now you're in the family business, something like that.
I've seen Wednesday smile twice in this episode. It's kind of,
I know, it's creepy,
disheartening.
Right? It's very strange. But she does whisper to her that the person in the death certificate for those people that supposedly died was Augustus Stonehurst. And she needs to go and figure out who that is and where they're at. It's the next order of business. But after she leaves, Morticia and her mother talk, and she's like, yells at her for the way she's treating Wednesday, tells her not to hover. And this is where she says, your daughter's been missing for 20 years. So yeah, they still hate each other. And she does say she knows Morticia's trying to get her to donate money to the school, and that she will, but only if Morticia gives Goody's spell book back to Wednesday. And she's basically like, no, screw you. And she says, my family's non-negotiable. And she throws it into the fire. So that is honestly why, like, one of the main reasons I think that's got to be her sister, because she needs the book. So they got to have a way to circumvent her not having the book, right? So unless, like we said last time, maybe she's not really burning the book. Maybe she's burning something else, a different book. I don't know. I tend to think that I tend to think that Wednesday's going to get help from Ophelia, though. That's what I think. So yeah, she burns the book, supposedly anyway.
Allegedly.
And yes, supposedly. We don't know. Could be a different book. She's not happy either way. So then back at the school, Ajax is like, let's go help your mother. And this is where she says, oh, I can't siren song him because it can't go through the glass. So he stones him, however you call it, uses his Medusa powers to
Gorgon powers activate. So that can go through glass, but siren powers cannot?
Well, I guess siren powers because it's like a auditory thing, but he can see through the glass, right? He probably can't hear through the glass. But anyway, he stones him, freezes him, whatever you want to call him, gorgons him. And so they're going to be able to leave. Eugene and Pugsley want to go with them, but she uses her siren powers on them and is like, no, stay here. Though I kind of do wonder, like you said, maybe she can only use her powers so often, though, because she wears that necklace all the time, which is clearly stopping her powers because she takes the necklace off to talk to them. I don't know if that's just like a thing so people feel safe around her. I can't remember. I feel like they might have mentioned it in the season 1, but I really don't remember for sure.
I just feel there should be there always seems to be a consequence to using power, because if not, then she could just use that power on everybody, really.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I figure maybe it's just also a way to say I'm being honest with you and I'm not screwing you if I'm wearing this necklace. But yeah, you're right. Why wouldn't they just do it? Why wouldn't she just use it? So that there could be definitely. But she's done that. And then we see
Fiesta. Fiesta Fester.
Fairburn is talking to Fester, and she's looking at his IDs. I love that. She's like, Fester Fiesta, which is so great. I just love that name. And he's like, no, my name's just Fester, like a festering wound. And he says that he was there before, that his parents abandoned him there. They told him he'd taken him to summer camp, and they dropped him off at the hospital and never came back. And then we see his flashback of himself as a child, and he's doing these Rorschach tests, and all he sees is death. He's like, death, 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 death. And then he got his straitjacket, and he's all happy. That is so creepy.
Baby's first straitjacket.
Baby's first straitjacket, and he says something like, you never forget your first straitjacket. Do you offer that here? So really, really weird and creepy. And then Judy there, I thought I didn't get it. I didn't get the x-ray. Judy brings a x-ray, MRI, whatever, of his brain. And there's like all these different things, like a pair of scissors and a blade and all this crazy shit in his head. So Fairburn's like, welcome to Willow Hill. You have a very long journey ahead. Like, they think he's totally insane. And he is, to be fair, but he's pretending to be, I think, a little more crazy than he is. They do take him to get electroshock therapy, which he's enjoying a bit too much.
Because of his skill set.
Yeah, he enjoys it. Because you're right, because of his power.
He's charging him up. They're just charging him up a little.
It might be. I hadn't thought about that. Look at the steam coming off of him, though. Granted, this looks more like medieval torture than electroshock therapy, but a form of it, I guess, supposed to be. But he's like, can I go another round? Yeah, he's enjoying it a little too much. So then
the man in the yellow suit.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm assuming that's supposed to be what he's wearing. I don't know why he gave himself blue eyeshadow and lipstick, but he's supposed to be that Judy has his painting class, and he is supposed to be painting the sunset, and he paints himself instead. And he says something when she comes over and says that it's unique or something. He says something like, most people are afraid of the shadows, but he says that's where I do my best stalking. So he's creepy all the way around. And he starts asking the other patients if they know anybody named Lois. And then we see this guy. Now, I know they explained in season 1 what this is that has to do with them being an outcast. I don't remember a lot about it. I mean, I'm assuming that they can do that at will and take it off maybe. So I don't know if they're trying to scare him or annoy him, or they always have their holes covered. I don't remember enough about it, but it's creepy.
I don't remember much about this either.
Yeah, either way, it's weird and creepy. And then at lunch, he sees this woman whose name clearly is not really Lois. I mean, you can see her Louisa or something. I'm not sure if it's Louise or Louisa. I think it's Louise.
Yeah.
So yeah, he sees this creepy lady and he's like, "Oh, Lois." And we start hearing Dreamweaver play. I thought, and he's like, he knows it's after. It's not Lois. He's like, "Oh,"
yeah. She gets all brushes the sauce off of the thing, and then
he's
he
like, "Oh,"
comes back in and turns off the light.
He's like, he still makes out with her.
Yeah, Buster's got to get some.
Yeah, turns off the light and makes out with her. Excuse me. And yeah, that was funny. I'm not sure that it was necessary, but it was funny.
Oh, that's the best part of the whole show to me.
No, it was funny. So then we have back at the school. Wednesday is being watched by that person in the hood and by the crows while she's outside there. And she does see, I didn't take a picture of all the crows there, but she sees, I think the one that's blind is on top of the.
There's a whole lot of crows.
There's a whole lot of crows. Well, I do have pictures of crows, but.
Oh, okay.
I didn't in this part just because there were so many things. Yeah. Kelly loved the fester and.
Oh yeah. Sexy times.
It was funny. But yeah, Agnes tells her that Augustus Stonehurst, the one that they're looking for, who signed the death certificates, that he used to be the head doctor at Willow Hill. So I guess Fairbairn's job. And before that, he taught at Nevermore. He taught science, but he's a normie. So he does not have powers like them, but he's not an outcast. But he is currently now a patient at Willow Hill because he had some kind of, psychotic breakdown. So yeah, he's a normie that was doing some stuff and we don't know why, and we don't know, he worked at that. Yeah, he worked at the hospital. And now he's a patient. So they got to go find him. And let's see. When Enid's trying to talk to Wednesday, and she's pretty much ignoring her because she's noticing, this is where I have all the crows. She's noticing all the crows all around. A murder of crows. And there's the blind crow that's creepy as hell. And yeah, Enid's complaining she isn't hanging out with her, and she's like, basically like, sorry, kind of busy. And she tells Thing that she wants him to go to Willow Hill and tell Fester what they found out about the doctor at Stonehurst, the doctor at the hospital. And yeah, Enid's getting mad and like complaining they're not hanging out.
Not besties
anymore, but all the crows start coming down like they're going to attack. So she's kind of cut short with her complaints. And Wednesday like grabs Enid, turns the table over. I don't have a picture of the table, but she turns the table over.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool that they had a little spot they could look at it.
Yeah, they're hiding, and the principal's like shooting fire at them. They know they shouldn't be there. And one takes Thing. Like, how awful, right? Don't take Thing. I don't have a picture of it, but it Thing grabs like the roof as he's going up. And
well, Steve Buscemi hits a crow and he drops to a statue, which is the like worst made gargoyle statue in history because it breaks.
Yes, yeah, like it's got so much weight from this hand, right? But yeah, you're right.
Well, and maybe it's made of dark matter. I don't know.
Maybe, but you're right. Dort hit one of them and the crow, and it dropped him. So he starts to fall down from the statue, and Enid runs and jumps and catches him, thankfully. So Thing's okay. And then there's that person again that's following her that she chases after but can't find. And she follows them to, I'm not sure how she went all the way from this. Oh, okay. I just got that. I'm stupid. I didn't realize that Fairbairn was visiting the music teacher. I thought the music teacher was visiting her at the hospital, but I get it. She's at the school. That's how she followed it there. So she follows the hooded figure into this room, sees Fairburn, sees.
Well, the cloak is dropped on the stairwell, and Wednesday finds it.
Yeah, she tries to give it to Fairburn because she thinks it's her.
Yeah, it's the first person she sees, so obviously it's a person who's guilty.
Obviously it just has to be, right?
Right.
But Capri's there as well. So it could be her. We don't know at this point. But she's talking to Fairburn. She's agreed to teach a music class at the hospital. And
well, Wednesday also says she looks like she's out of breath.
She does comment on that. So yeah, at least she's thinking, but clearly we know later it's neither one of them. But yeah, we don't know. They disappeared. So she's trying to figure out, who owned the cloak. But she does leave. And let's see. Then we go back to the police station where they've got Bianca's mother and they're trying to talk to her. But Bianca comes in and uses her siren powers. And she's like, you didn't arrest her. You'll forget about all this. Forget we were here. And she gets her out of there. And there's a picture of her watching them still trying to figure out who it could be. And she does talk to her mother for a couple minutes, who's like, you need to stop this. You're going to get hurt, basically, is what she says. But Wednesday's like, I got to protect Enid. So she's, as usual, not listening to her mother. That's no surprise. So she, let's see. So she, not yet. Sorry, I thought that was her that was going to sneak in the car. No. So Thing grabs onto Fairburn's car and takes it back to the hospital.
So it's Nevermore in Vermont.
I don't know. Fairburn's from Vermont. Whether Nevermore is or not, I don't know.
Yeah, because the Adams family has New Jersey plates, so they're from Jersey.
Yeah, well, they're all kind of close. It might just be she lives in Vermont, so I don't know, but I could just be she lives there. But Thing comes in to tell Fester what's going on and about Stonehurst, and that he needs to find out about him. So he asks this guard about Stonehurst, and he's just, really gives him information when he probably shouldn't, and helps him out there with that. But he makes up something about he owes him something. They bet something, I forget, and he owes it to him. Lethal Migraine says, this show annoys me only because it's only 8 episodes. There's no reason to split it 4 and 4. I agree. I mean, other than the fact it's easier for us to cover, which is probably not necessarily a reason to do that.
Ideally for me, I like to have it week to week.
Yeah, but other than that, I agree. I want to watch the rest.
I don't know. I think both seasons kind of have an arc and an arc, so I think that's how they group them.
Yeah, I'm sure they split them that way on purpose. I'm a
the further you split things, or if you go week to week, the more coverage you get. Because a lot of times when you put all the episodes out, everybody binges it, and then pretty much in a week it's on to the next thing.
Yeah, you would actually think they wouldn't do that because they would get more publicity for things if they stretched them. I totally
especially
agree.
Anything with mystery, you would have an advantage of having it week to week and people talking about it and theorizing what's going to happen next. Like what Yellow Jackets are from or Severance.
No, I hear you. The problem is some of the streaming networks, they just have a different model. But yeah, I don't see the point. I
thought Netflix usually just put all the episodes out.
They did. I'm wondering if they realized that maybe doing something else is better, and maybe they're kind of like trying it in between as opposed to dropping them all at once.
Yeah, because they could do more interviews and stuff in between. Because especially when they have guest stars that are going to, like Lady Gaga hasn't appeared yet. She's going to appear in the other half. I was going to say the back half.
Yeah, I know. I keep saying that.
Going to phrase. And Frances O'Connor is her name, the one from American Horror Story. She's supposed to be in that.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, they could have those people have interviews and show a little bit of that, and get some more publicity going.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should do it weekly, but Netflix doesn't. But I think that Look, this is a new in-between way. I'm guessing they're trying. I'm sorry, I'm taking Advils. I'm talking to you. They're trying something different to see how it. Where the hell is my air control? I'm hot. I can't put my air conditioner control.
Your air control.
Yeah, I need. Well, first I need to mark down. I took my Advil, so I remember when I took them. I always write them down, which proves I take way too much pain medicine that I have to write it down. But that's a whole other issue. But wait, I gotta find. Give me 1 second. I gotta figure out where the hell my control is. I thought it was over on my desk.
I took a picture of that painting of Fester because I've been keeping a little collection of Men in Yellow Suit pictures. I found one of James Gunn because I like Peacemaker. Yeah. So anytime anybody puts a From Man in Yellow thing, I'm gonna follow it up with whatever I find.
No, I get that. Sorry, I'm still listening. I'm just trying to figure out.
I'm just going on about. I'm just babbling my own thoughts.
No, you're good. I just knocked stuff behind my table.
Does anybody in chat have any theories of what's going to happen in the last 4 episodes, or anything that you'd want to happen in the next 4 episodes, or who you want, Lady Gaga or Frances O'Connor, I think her name is. What characters you'd like them to be?
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
She was like Angel of Death in American Horror Story, and she's been in other American Horror Story seasons.
I see.
She played one of the witches in Coven.
Okay, I think I might know, but I just without seeing it, I don't. Without seeing her, I wouldn't know for sure. But I know. Well, I don't know if I should mention the one person because I don't know if it's considered a spoiler or not. That's going to be in it again.
Jacob Anderson.
No, no, not Jacob Anderson.
I just assume he just shows up in everything.
Yeah, he has been a lot lately, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've seen him in so much stuff.
Yeah,
which is cool.
I've given up. I can't find my air control, but it's just really hot here. It's starting to make me sick. Yeah, I need the remote, and that's what I can't find, and I'm starting to feel sick because it's really hot in here. Otherwise, I wouldn't stop. That's why I'm.
Do you have a fan? Fan you can use?
Actually,
fan? Fan yourself with something in your vicinity?
No, I do have an overhead fan. I just don't know. It might make too much noise. But we'll try it and see. Good. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, so Lethal Migraine says I need more of Uncle Fester. Fred Armisen is fantastic. He is.
Yeah, he found his dream role, I think.
Armisen. He's really good in this. I like him. He is funny. I'm not sure why the security guard is telling him things, but he's helping him out there. He shouldn't be. He's a patient, but Kimberly says, I think the woman who Wednesday let out of Lois is her aunt. Yes, I agree. I think so too. I think that's where that's going. I said that earlier. I do agree. But anyway, he tells him about Stonehurst, who he wants to ask. I totally lost what here. Yeah. So he needs to talk to him. He goes over and he sees him at the aviary here. And he talks to him.
So if you're in this hospital, you can just go into this aviary?
Well, he used to work there, so I kind of let them, maybe they gave him special privileges. But I'm not sure about why Fester's allowed to just visit him there,
I thought he knew that guard. Or maybe he just charmed the guard. I thought they had a pass, but maybe they didn't.
I don't, unless it was in season 1, I don't know. But no, he was just talking to him and he said that the guy, I forget what he said. They bet, I don't know what they bet. Like I said, it clearly wasn't money, but he had to give him something. He said that he didn't know where he went. So anyway, he asked about Lois and this bird, this parrot here, knows something and starts saying, Ozzy's a good girl. Ozzy never tells and won't answer him. So clearly this guy can't, I'm assuming can't talk anymore. But he zaps the poor bird with electricity. I didn't like it that he zapped him. But the bird gives him the numbers 51971. and that will lead him
they probably didn't zap a real parrot.
Yeah, yes, I don't think they zapped a real parrot, considering that, no animals were harmed in the making of this. They
also, normally people can't shoot electricity out of their fingers, as far as I know.
That too. But yeah, they're not really gonna shock anything. So yeah,
I thought it was a funny bit though, because he spit out numbers.
Yeah, the bird shouldn't know. That's kind of funny. He knows the numbers, but yeah. So meanwhile, Bianca and Ajax are trying to sneak Bianca's mother back into the school. And they go past Dort's office. He almost catches them because when Ajax's phone gets a text from Eugene, I think it is, he almost hears him, but he doesn't. He does, however, do we have more of that here? There they are. He almost catches him, but he does tell the person he's talking to. He makes him sound really shady. He's talking to somebody on the phone, and he says, like, everything's under control. I've always had your back. But yeah, we don't really get to see much of that conversation. I think they're trying to make it look like Dort's bad. I'm guessing he's probably not, just because it's too obvious. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Do you think that he's up to something, or do you think it's just like a red herring?
Not really. I mean, except just being cranky administration that you have to deal with when you teach at school.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that. He also obviously is, threatening Bianca to get her to get him the donations, but I don't know. I think it's all red herring. But there's also,
it's school motivated. It's most of his stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if this was out of order or not, but there's a part where, and if I find pictures of this, then we'll find out was in order. But Wednesday asks Orloff, the head, about Stonehurst, and that's where he tells her that Stonehurst was a normie, and that his wife died. And when he came to Nevermore, he built an aviary for his daughter in the clock tower, which is, well, that's where they were before. But it's just obviously that's leading her further, because we think that this person is an avian, right? So more and more clues. But back at the hospital here, Thornhill runs into Fester, and she's like, I recognize him, and gets thoughts in her head that she can use it to her advantage. Lethal Migraine says, I get excited by thunderstorms. Pretty sure if I get struck by lightning, I get to shoot electricity out of my fingers. That could be something fun, to be fair.
Well, it's like next thunderstorm. What you do, you get yourself a golf club, or you go out and play putt-putt in the middle of a thunderstorm, and just
find out what happens. Let us know. Come back and tell us if you can shoot electricity. Yeah. I still think
we're not condoning this, by the way.
Yes, we are not really condoning that you go out in a thunderstorm. In case anybody does, and you can't come back and sue us. I don't know. I would like psychokinesis just because I'm lazy. That's why I always would, I think, choose psychokinesis as opposed to something like that. Just because I'd be like, I always think of Harry Potter, be like, this, give me this. I don't want to get up. I'm lazy. But yeah, shooting lightning could be cool too. So then Fester is not yet. Okay, first we see her telling, Oh, he does pass a door that says maintenance, and that's where Stonebrook.
He says Lois.
I know, he says Lois. I cannot remember things for 5 seconds. Stonehurst, the guy he's pushing in the wheelchair, that he's pushing there, says Lois when they go past the door that says maintenance. So he thinks that she's in there.
It's pretty convenient.
It is pretty convenient. I would agree with that. But she tells Thornhill, Fairburn that she doesn't want to go back to the other place. She, only she can help Tyler, that, she knows about hides. And this is where she says, if a hide murders its master, it seals its own doom. So that makes me think she may really be dead, just because that could be foreshadowing that, but I don't know. But, Fairbairn's still going to send her back to the other place, the other hospital she doesn't want to go to, the other prison, whatever. So she says instead that Fester Adams is there at the hospital, and he's likely helping out Wednesday and sneaking around. And she says something like, if Wednesday's here, then trouble will follow, or something to that effect. So yeah. Are they using filters, or does Christina Ricci still look like a teen 45? I mean, I think she looks pretty young, I guess. Because she looks young in Yellow Jackets.
Good clean living, I guess.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. She does look a lot younger than she is.
She's very expressive.
Yeah, she is.
She should win all the Emmys.
Yeah.
She could get nominated for something.
She should. She's great. So Fairbairn is going to go. Although she doesn't say whether she'll let her stay or not. She goes and she finds Fester. I don't know if he was trying to get into it at that point, or that was the way the pictures went. But she finds him. She locks him up.
He was about ready to put numbers into the key code.
Okay, he was going to put
and she got grabbed.
Yeah. Again, the fact that he's around a hospital like that, he's supposed to be a patient. He's just being let wander.
He's just wandering around.
Is a little suspicious, but
probably bribing the guard.
Yeah, but she locks him up, and she's like, "We got you a roommate. Be careful, he bites." Slurp. And it's Slurp. And I did not at this point. I got pictures of him later. I didn't yet, but Slurp is I think I had said to you when we were watching this last week, like, Slurp is looking more and more human. I think every brain he eats brings him closer to who he used to be, because he's got hair. Although, again, this hospital does not take care of their patients very well. Like, if this guy bites and they know he's a zombie, why do they not have like the Hannibal thing on him now so he don't bite people?
Yeah. Why do they have him like I guess nailed or screwed into the wall with the most faulty equipment?
Yeah, they just have him attached to the wall, but like, why not at least cover his mouth? He's got a straitjacket on, cover his mouth, and then he can't bite people. I mean, like, it's a zombie. Do your research, man. Even I know better. Do your homework, people. All right. So Louise here is upset that Fester is gone. But Thing is like, we're gonna get him out, and it's talking to her there. So then we go back to Agnes and Wednesday and Enid. Enid is pissed again that she's not being very useful, that Wednesday isn't letting her help.
Yeah, Enid isn't being very useful, because I really, in my heart of hearts, want her to wolf out more. Why is she not wolfing out more? Is it budget restraint? I want to see her wolf out.
Probably, but yeah, I would agree with you. She should, and they should use her more. But Wednesday's afraid to. She doesn't want anything to happen to her.
Yeah.
Put her in harm's way. It's just like real life. If you're in a building and walk around like you own the place, people tend to leave you alone. Yeah, I think probably that's a good point. That like once he was let out, they didn't necessarily stop him. But I do kind of question the guard to begin with. Let him go off on his own. Like, aren't they? They're there. I mean, look, it's a hospital. It's not a prison, but I feel like this is sort of supposed to be for people.
Yeah.
I mean,
because I was going to say, I've walked into museums before when there was a line and I didn't know, and I just walked in and pretended like I already had a ticket. But a museum's not a hospital.
No, it's not. And that actually does work a lot of times, pretending like you're supposed to be there. I've used that in the past for things that I won't talk about.
I'm assuming you probably have. Wink, wink, with anything you've done.
Yeah, no, it sometimes can work. But I don't know. The fact that the security guard knew he was a patient, was like, yeah, come talk to our other patient. You can interact with him and take care of him, and we trust you around this guy who used to work here, who's probably pretty important to them. But yeah, I mean, it's a TV show. But yeah, once he was out, I agree, he probably was easily able to kind of hide. Hi, Subway, welcome. So yeah, Enid wants to help. Wednesday doesn't want her to help because she's worried about her. We know this. And then she tells Enid that she can be the lookout. And she's like, why? This isn't important. She's like, yes, it is. Because if something happens, you need to go notify and talk to the sheriff and say something happened. Go save them. It's basically what she says.
So she has a bow tie. She has a bow tie kind of like your Thursday in the corner. That little tie.
Like my Thursday. Is that what
I nicknamed her Thursday and thing object because I thought it was funny.
No, I'm funny. I said she's like a Temu version of Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
No,
but she does have a similar tie.
She does have a similar tie. You're right. But yeah, so she's like, you need to help us. This is what we need you to do. So Wednesday, meanwhile, sneaks into the music teacher's car, into the trunk, so that and her plates are Vermont too. So I don't know. But she sneaks into the trunk in order to sneak into the hospital. And Agnes is going to be the distraction. Which, I think it's funny. Just not that it matters, but just a comment. Like, usually Wednesday, like, dresses weird when she's outside of the, like the school uniform. She's got on like a cool leather jacket. I thought was kind of funny because I'm like, she's wearing something kind of trendy. It just seemed a little out of place to me.
Well, she had that puffer jacket on when she was at the.
I mean, it was like a leather jacket, leather puffer jacket. I am surprised how little most of the students have been used in the first 4 episodes of school. After all, there haven't been a lot. I mean, Enid's got a bigger part than Enid always does.
Because they always had like the vampires doing stuff in the background, like either having little parasols up or doing, vampire stuff in the back. Yeah, I mean, I was always hoping they'd get a little bit more, plot.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to see more of them too. I agree. I'm laughing at someone because somebody said Thursday's a day old Wednesday. Yeah, maybe she's an older.
She's more experienced.
Yeah, she's more experienced. Hey, I like my Wednesday. I know it's not exact. It can't be for copyright reasons for Thursday. Like I said, it's a Temu Wednesday. But anyway.
Well, I wanted to name her Thursday, so I wouldn't say Wednesday, and you get it confused with the other Wednesday.
That's fair. That's fair. So anyway,
we are on a Thursday.
We are on a Friday Thursday, but next time we'll be on Monday. Just a reminder, guys, because
that's right.
Come out to begin with until the 3rd. Our next episode of Nevermore Outcasts will be on Monday the 8th because we're switching to Monday for the last 4 episodes.
We're switching stuff around so we can make way for Alien Earth, which is a week to week. See, we give the the number 1 position to the week to week, show as opposed to the one that comes out for at a time.
Well, it also, I think the day it lines up better since it comes out on a Tuesday, it works better since Alien Earth does.
Yeah.
So next Thursday at this time, we'll be doing Alien Earth and for the TV show Wednesday, we'll be back on Monday the 8th. That's why I just sometimes say Nevermore Outcasts because it's easier than trying to say Wednesday on Thursday is now Thursday. On Monday. Yeah, more and more.
Which would have been my title for it.
Yeah, well,
Wednesday on Thursday, now on Monday.
That's a little too confusing. But anyway, Agnes is the distraction here. She goes invisible in order to freak out the security guard. So
she's corporeal, so she has to, in order to be invisible, go through an open door, right? She doesn't dissipate into mist.
No, she seems to be corporeal. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, she.
Oh, so she followed like when Enid and her boyfriend were making out, like they put a little scrunchie on the door. She kind of squeezed in there while they were in there. Getting in there.
I would assume so. Yeah. Or opened the door and they were so busy making out they didn't pay attention. That's also a possibility. But either way, she gets the security guard to check what's going on. She opens the door. She squeezes in. She sets off. I don't have a picture of it. She sets off a firecracker or whatever in the toilet. So it explodes, creates a mess. They come to see what's going on. Meanwhile, Capri here is singing all by myself as she pulls up. But whenever the toilet explodes, okay, I do have the toilet exploded. When the toilet exploded, it gives enough time for Wednesday to get out of the trunk and sneak alongside the car.
Yeah, see, that's the only time, the second time she smiled is when the guy opened up the trunk and then the thing exploded, so he put the trunk back down and then she smiled. And it was the second time she smiled in the episode. There was a little smirk on her face.
It's funny though. I like when she smiles. It's. I mean, she shouldn't all the time, but like it worked in the instance that it was. Mm-hmm. And then we have Louise here. Louise, who helps Wednesday by sneaking her in her cart. And meanwhile, Miss Capri is coming in to teach this class music, and she's going to play on the piano they have. She says music can heal you. And yeah, she's watching her play, and she starts playing Zombie by the Cranberries, right?
Yeah, it's very appropriate. It's also using Yellow Jackets. See, there's more Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that song is in a lot of. God, my legs hurting. Is in a lot of things. But yeah, she's playing it on the piano, and it's very obvious.
Slurp the Zombie.
I thought it was pretty obvious what it is, but yeah, Zombie. Meanwhile, Wednesday here is getting her uncle out, gets him out of the straitjacket, gets away from Slurp there. And he does at least electrocute Slurp there for a second to get him to back off. And there's Capri playing. And then she is being led back to her jail cell, hospital cell, whatever. And she sees Wednesday. And she obviously that interests her. She don't know why she's there, but she can't do anything about it yet. And yeah, the alarm goes off because Slurp gets away from the wall. He is broken out of his cell. But while that's all going on,
it seems really easy him to break the thing in the wall.
It does. But they use the code that Fester had. They get into
from the parrot
storage room. I was trying to see what that thing was. I'm not sure. They get into the storage room, and she sees a scrape on the door, and realizes that it's like a secret room. And they go down, and wait, this picture's better. It's hard to tell with the dark, but it says Lois, long-term outcast integration study. And I was right, an anagram, or not an anagram, an anagram. What is it? Acronym, yeah.
Acronym.
Lethal Migraine says, too bad Michael J. Fox is in such bad health. For older people like me, it would be cool if he was the head of the wolf pack. Yeah, that would be cool if he was able to be in there, but I get why he's not. Mm-hmm. But yes, that would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool because they'd be using older people. Because I mean, like Anthony Michael Hall was in an episode.
Yeah.
Throwback to 80s actors.
They are using a lot of actors from older things. I agree. Mm-hmm. And yes, Michael J. Fox would be cool if he could be in it.
Because now he would be Man Wolf instead of Teen Wolf, like.
Yeah, it couldn't be Teen Wolf. A little too old.
Dad with a couple of kids, Wolf.
She looks like Amanda Tapping in that frame. Yeah, kind of a little bit. I think it's the haircut.
Amanda Tapping?
From Stargate. And among other things. Yeah, she's from Stargate and Sanctuary. And by the way, you should watch. I think you'd like Sanctuary if you watch Sanctuary. It started out as a web series, but it's like about these people who have powers, kind of. It was on Sci-Fi. Anyway, I think you'd like it. I think actually a lot of the people who watch our show would like it. It's a good show. Well, so was Stargate, but Stargate's a lot different. But yeah, so anyway, acronym. Mm-hmm. They're not. We figured out they're not that. Now, what the hell is this thing? Is this like a death ray? I guess this is what turned her into an outcast. I don't know. But doesn't it look like some crazy ass death ray from like the 80s or something?
Oh yeah, it's a tradition of like mad scientist laboratories.
Yeah, it definitely looks like something like that.
It'll shoot avianness right into you.
Yeah, it seems like it. The alarm. So anyway, the alarm's gone off, and they're still down here. They're looking around. They see the different cells, and they see these people. And Wednesday's like, these were the people that were in the obituaries. So this shows that they are not dead. They were brought into this place to be experimented on. And she says something like, this is what Galpin was afraid would happen to Tyler. But yeah, this is what happened to all those people. Now, she also meets this woman here, which I said my theory is I think she's Ophelia. But yeah, she's all kind of cowering in the corner, and she seems somewhat normal. She doesn't seem completely insane like some of them do. It's hard to tell what's going on, though. They've been in there for a long time, to be fair. So, but yeah, then the person in the cloak finally comes out, and Wednesday makes
yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I just said that she thought it was what's the teacher's name or the
Fairburn. Yeah,
the doctor's name, Fairburn.
Yeah, Fairburn.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I stopped.
Yeah, no, that was what I was going to say. But no, it's I forget her name though. What's her name?
The girl from Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Yeah, Judy in here.
Judy.
The God you subplot. I'm not sure what that is, some way. Do you know what that is? The God you subplot?
No, can you elaborate some way?
Yeah, let us know what you mean, because I'm honestly not sure. I mean, look, some of this stuff is a little
or Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, it is. It is Deus Machina. But no, I was thinking some of it is I can't think of the right word, is tropey, but it's good. I still think it's great. And this is one of those moments where, look,
I would say convoluted myself.
Yes, it is convoluted. Too. But I mean, some of their villains are sort of mustache twirling, but it's okay. I like it.
But in this world, that's what you expect in this world.
Well, it's also Tim Burton.
I would say. Yeah, that's what I expect in that kind of world. Is this?
Yeah, exactly. So she says that she hired Fairburn as like the figurehead for the hospital. I don't know if it never explained if Fairburn was in on it at all, because she doesn't actually say. She just said she's
not in on it anymore.
To be the face on, yeah, and I guess it really doesn't matter because she is dead. But
yeah, it doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't think she knew. I think she just hired her because she was like, she knew her from her book and everything. But either way,
well, it was that the nepotism of her being the daughter of that guy.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, she is Stonehurst's daughter, that guy in the wheelchair. She is continuing his legacy. She explains that her father wanted to be an outcast, wanted powers, and he used her as an experiment. He wanted to be a Da Vinci, but his body couldn't handle it. So instead, he was able to make her an avian. And basically, it sounds like he extracted abilities from the other outcasts. And that's how he somehow made her be an avian. And this is where Wednesday says, if you can't bring Icarus to the sun, and it's like, I think you knew where that was going. Like, bring some Icarus, shoot her. And he electrocutes the power, makes like a bright light, of course, with the Icarus reference. And it turns out all the power. And let's see. Because of Tim Burton, I wonder if Helena Bonham Carter and or Johnny Depp will show up in the show at some point. I would really like that. I don't know.
Do you think that seems to be the history of the thing. Like in many movies, his partner at the time will show up in it, and his best friend is Johnny Depp, pretty much.
Yeah, I would say maybe they're too big for the show, but I don't think they are, because like Lady Gaga is pretty dang big, right? So yeah, I don't know.
Or Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose. She could show up in this thing.
Yeah, his daughter could. That's a good point.
She definitely has that look, that gothic look.
Yeah, she does. I'd love to see and either of them, though. That would be cool. Someway says the boys' teen offshoot don't remember well. The University for
the boys
facility underground where they experiment. Gen V was the younger spinoff. Yeah, I mean, look, secret experiments, I think, are definitely a trope. I have not seen The Boys or Gen V, so I don't know about it being in there. But I mean, yeah, those that are different.
I mean, I think they even made a Dr. Moreau reference too. So
yeah,
it comes all the way back to that.
Yeah, and it's definitely tropey, so it's been done. But yeah, and I guess that's probably too like why I expected it and why I theorized it like last episode or the episode before, whatever it was. Whenever she found Lois, I'm like, they're probably experimenting on. So yeah, I had guessed that. But
Okay.
whenever they let out the electricity when it goes off, it lets out all the other patients that are there that are being experimented on, who start attacking her, and she takes off. Yeah, they go on her and she runs, and Fester stays. Wednesday goes off to try to stop her, and he stays behind with the things. And then here's Slurp here, who
Looks
clearly
looking good.
much more human.
Looking better.
He's turning human. So apparently all the cells have been open, and this is where Thornhill comes in, and she's like, oh, I know, I agree.
Mommy's here.
No, I agree. Lethal migraine. Too bad Elric was no longer living. A professor like Snape would fit in so well. I agree. And he's awesome in Sweeney Todd too. So yeah, he would have fit in well as well.
I was saying Tim Burton has a lot of players, and these players tend to be in, multiple projects.
That's fair. Yeah, they are. They do show up in a lot of things. Although I love Sweeney Todd. It's been too long since I watched Sweeney Todd. Although if I think about it, I'm going to get the music stuck in my head, so I shouldn't do that. But it's been a while since I've seen it. But,
it's another connection to Yellow Jackets.
Wait, what's the connection? Oh, the eating. You mean eating the people?
No, the song that Elijah Wood's character plays, Walter plays the "No One Will Harm You, Not When I'm Around." He plays that in Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that's true. That is in Yellow Jackets. I guess this zombie is going to turn into a cute boy. Yeah, Vera, maybe. I mean, I think it's an adult. I don't know that it's a boy like their age, but yes, probably.
I was hoping it would turn into Hamlish Linklater, but I know that's not going to happen.
I'm not sure who that is.
He acted in Legion, and he was in Midnight Mass.
I figured you were going to say somebody in Legion. I knew you were going to say.
I'm always hoping for Aubrey Plaza to show up in anything. She'd be perfect in this. Throw her in this.
Yes, that she would be cool.
She would eat every scene she's in. She would eat the scenery. She would eat up the scenes.
Has she ever done any Tim Burton? Because I feel like she would fit really well in Tim
Burton. No, she did the Agatha All Along, which is kind of the same kind of feel.
Kind of, yeah. No. I think she would do good in a Tim Burton. A Tim Burton project. So anyway, yeah, she's like, "Mommy's here. I told you I'd come back for you." And
Mommy's here.
Yeah, and then he's not happy, and he's like, you aren't my mommy. You are my master. Well, you were my master. I figured he's gonna say it. He's like, ha, 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 ha.
I don't know why she did this a second time. That's why I say it's convoluted.
It is convoluted, and you would think she
just couldn't stay away.
No, she's obsessed with him. So yeah, he gives her a couple seconds since she did, like she says, unlocked his potential. So he gives her a couple seconds before he turns. Gives her head start. She runs, but he impales her with his claws and throws her against the cell. And she appears. I say appears because we don't know.
Appears dead.
Look, I just feel like that was such an easy death. I just feel like people have lived through a lot worse in shows like this, and it doesn't seem like it was that.
Plus, people just want more Christina Ricci, and just to have her just in a couple episodes is just,
Yeah, it's, I don't know. We'll
heartbreaking.
See. Yeah, it is kind of heartbreaking. But there, Fester catches up with Louise on the way out. I love that he's like, he says something like, of all the women I've used, you're my favorite. She totally knows he used her, but they're like making out again or whatever. So he likes her.
All right, like what did he say? You never forget your first asylum breakout, or that.
Yeah, you never forget it. So meanwhile, Fairbairn here is taking Stonehurst to her office. She thinks to protect him. She grabs a gun. It was a good line, Vera. I agree. Fester has a lot of great lines. Fester's great. I love it.
Yeah, he has some good lines. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So she's taking him to protect him. She grabs a gun, and in comes Slurp, who proceeds to use his tongue to eat her brain, and then turns to Stonehurst here, and he does say something like "old friend" before he sucks his brain out. So,
you think that guy's like one more brain to go before he's fully looks human?
Yeah, they showed a picture of him in the preview clip of him as sort of human.
But it was a Hamlish glitter.
No, I don't think.
That's my dream casting.
Yeah, you said that. I'm not sure what he looks like though. I'd have to look it up. But
you didn't see Midnight Mass?
I don't recognize the name. Like, I'm sure if I seen him, I'd recognize him.
Did you watch Midnight Mass?
Yes, but I don't remember who was in it.
He was the priest in Midnight Mass. He's
Okay.
one of the main guys in Midnight Mass.
Okay, I know.
If not the main guy, the second.
Yeah, okay.
To the first guy.
I know you mean. I don't. Oh yeah, he wasn't. Okay, yeah, he was in.
He was in Legion.
In Legion, yeah.
Yeah. He's the guy that got burned up because David went into the pool and exploded the pool. Yeah. Made the pool real hot.
Yeah. They should not put such spoiler. I'm happen to look back over at Air Move Database, and it's on Wednesday, and it's showing the trailer again for the second half, and it spoils a lot.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from that so I can be more surprised.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
Kimberly says, I feel like the zombie and the professor know each other. Yeah, he says old friend. I mean, they said that when he was a student after that he became like a scientist or something.
Wasn't he the one with the clockwork heart?
Yeah, but they talked about how he was like a scientist and he was not it sounded like was not a good scientist. I can't remember. So he probably worked with him, or he might have even known him as him being a teacher at Nevermore.
Not good as in a bad, like evil teacher, or just bad at the skill set of being
bad. Like I feel like he was doing experiments or putting the science above the people or something. I can't remember exactly what it said. I'd have to go back, but it was in that other episode.
Probably putting pieces of metal in people.
Yeah. Either way, he eats both their brains. He kills them both. Which is it makes me, the fact that he's using his tongue like that kind of makes me think of X-Files and Up Hungry and Brain Eater. It's making me think of that.
But this episode's had a pretty high body count.
It does. Yeah, it's kind of surprising. But yeah, it does. They are no more. Then meanwhile, Wednesday helps, or he was one of his experiments. Yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe he was the one that gave him the clockwork heart. Maybe he was the one that put it in or something. I didn't think about that. But he was, I mean, he was dead for a long time, so I don't know that he was like one of, I don't know. I'd have to think of the timeline, but I don't think he was one of like the experiments that were down in that basement ever. But he could have been the one that gave him the heart. So anyway, yeah, Wednesday is saving this woman who I still say is Ophelia. I guess we'll find out.
So nobody in the house tried to rescue her before or trying to investigate her disappearance?
Yeah.
For like 20 years.
She's just been gone. Nobody cared. But Wednesday's going to help her out, and because she seemed to be scared, so she's like, I'll help you. And then the Hyde comes, so she's like, run. And they're trying to kill the Hyde because the Hyde comes out. The Hyde comes out the window, and it throws Wednesday out through the window, which in real life she couldn't have survived that kind of fall, or at least.
So she's dead now, everyone.
A lot of broken bones or broken
no more
back,
Wednesday.
But yeah, no more Wednesday.
End of the show. You were hoping for 4 more episodes?
Yeah, no. I'm sure she'll be just fine. In real life, maybe not so much, but in this, I'm sure she's fine.
She's real dead.
Yeah, she's real dead. But yeah, so there we go. That is the end of the 4th episode. So yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it shows that there is the trailer on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen that trailer either. That has a little bit about what's coming. Sorry, what?
I don't want to know. Don't spoil anything for me.
No, I wasn't going to tell you. I was just going to say it doesn't have quite as much spoiler-wise as I feel like the one in the database does. She's Adam Strong. Yeah, you're right. I mean, look, we know Wednesday can't die. That she's got.
I always feel like they have super strength. The Addams family does, like super, you know. Maybe. I mean, like Pugsley and her are always like putting them in, death situations, like, nailing them into a coffin and stuff like that, and they always survive those.
Yeah, they were not being nice to each other. Vera, sorry I missed this. Will he forgive him for eating people? If you mean the professor, I don't know, but I don't think he's going to forgive him for eating him. Maybe for eating other people, but probably not for eating him and killing him. He's not there to forgive him. Yeah.
If it was Hamish Linklater, I'd forgive him.
Yeah, then maybe you would. But either way, they are gone. There's a lot. You're right. There is a big high body count in this episode. A lot of people are gone.
Mm-hmm. Unless Christina Ricci is still alive.
Unless she's still alive. Willow Hill is pretty much no more. Look, I guess it's possible that the people he ate their brains, that they could turn into zombies or something, but I don't think that's the show. I think they're all just dead.
No. Yes. I think it's just regenerating that guy is what the brain eating is all about.
Which I think is kind of an interesting story a little bit. Especially because it all started out with Pugsley doing something stupid, and it's all
that's usually the way these things started.
It often is. It often is.
Pugsley wants a pet, and then with bad consequences.
Yeah, he got one that didn't listen very well, and now is killing people. But yeah, so the zombie is out. The hide is out. So I mean, my predictions are definitely. Vera says, "I think Scarlett has a crush on Hamish. You're not alone." Yes, I do. Yes. I think that too. But yeah, I think that obviously there is going to be a showdown between Wednesday and Tyler.
Do you think Tyler's going to be less powerful if Christina Ricci is dead?
That would be interesting. I don't know. I mean, can he even turn back into a human? Like maybe he's stuck as a hide. Who knows?
That'd be pretty bad for him.
That would be bad. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously they're going to have some kind of showdown. Something's going to happen with Slurp. Whether Slurp is going to continue to kill more people once he gets human or not, who knows? Maybe once he gets human, he'll be happy.
Maybe they'll be able to turn the hide back into Tyler, and he's like cured of it. Yeah, maybe that'd be a happier ending.
Yeah, but look, Tyler, I mean, she controlled Tyler, but he's still not a good guy.
He'd be better off not a hide on top of everything else.
He'd be better off not a hide, but I don't know that they should like forgive him and not put him back in prison or something, I mean, he's still a bad. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what makes him quote unquote evil or whatever. I mean,
what did he do outside of being a controlled hide?
Well, he's killed people, and he seems to know he's
as a hide.
People. Yeah, but is he in control? That's the question.
No, he's not.
Oh, but he seems to know that he's done it. And, yeah, but he seems to know. I guess what I'm getting at is like he's killed these people, and he doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, he kind of was happy with the killing, as he had said. But who knows if that's true or not?
Part of it, yeah. And I guess that's kind of my point. Once he's human, if he's human, is like, I don't want to kill people, then maybe he could be forgiven, could be redeemed. But if he continues to kill people and enjoy it, then yeah, that's a problem. So,
well, if he what a redemption arc, like he sacrifices himself for like Wednesday or somebody else, or does something heroic.
I could see that happen. Yeah, I could see that happening. Yeah. What else? Anybody have any other predictions? Do you have any predictions, Scarlett?
Louise and Fester will get married in the last episode, and it'll be musical.
That'd be funny.
Everybody will sing.
I don't think we're going to see her again, but it would be
5 years later.
Yeah, 5 years later. Well, that's
the same thing I said about the Institute.
Yeah, I know.
5 years later, Tim and Wendy would be married, and it'd be a musical because Ben Barnes knows how to sing.
Yeah, who knows? But look, there is a third season, right? Like we already know there's going to be a third season.
Yeah, that's been locked in.
Yeah, so there's more coming at any rate, even if it's going to be a while.
So, any idea, like, if you were thinking like Lady Gaga, who's Lady Gaga going to play?
I don't know. Maybe she'll play another teacher. Well, I don't know if they'll need another teacher. Maybe she'll be the new head of the hospital. right?
Yeah, they would have to have a replacement again.
Yeah, if they
Because I
try to
think
bring
teacher is always a normal thing, but it's like they always bring so many people
yeah,
in as teachers, so you'd think it'd be something outside of that, perhaps.
yeah, like Lethal Migraine, they get married and Adam Sandler shows up to sing Lunch Ladyland.
Yes,
That's funny.
exactly. Perfect.
They'd have to pay
Writes
him for it
itself.
though, so probably not. But yeah, that'd be funny. But yeah, I mean, they have more, names coming in, at least this half of the season, but there's 4 more, so we're halfway done.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I said, those episodes they're released on September 3rd. So our next episode of Nevermore Outcasts will be September 8th at 11. We'll have the watch party at 9:30 again. So make sure that you guys tune in. And this Thursday we'll have Alien Earth, and
Well, next Thursday.
we also have Phantom Access on Tuesday before that. And I'm trying to think. Is there something? No, there's nothing on Wednesday this week. So yeah, Fandom Access on Tuesday at 10 will be, I think, the next thing we have. New principal, if something happens to the new one. Yeah, if something happens to Dort, I don't know that anything's happened to him yet. I mean, obviously he's hiding something, but I don't know. I just feel like that's a red herring for whatever reason.
I hope Enid lives. I hope she doesn't die in like the last episode.
Yeah. Next Wednesday is more Wednesday.
I hope she woofs out in the next 4 episodes. I need an Enid woof out.
Yes, I would like. Actually, yeah, Wednesday is. I was gonna say. I was thinking it wasn't. Yes, Wednesday is when it comes out. It's next Wednesday that it comes out. So, yeah, it's just we're gonna have a week split since Monday it isn't out yet because there'll be nothing to talk about.
So they're switching stuff around, so they're kind of closer to when the show's air.
Yeah, so we'll be back the following Monday on the 8th. But yeah, that's what I said. That's why I said our next show is actually Tuesday for Fandom Access.
Unless you want to do that trivia on Monday.
Yeah, we had talked about that. I forgot that we talked about that.
If anybody in the chat wants to do trivia, let us know if you're available on Monday. It's kind of a thought. It might happen, it might not. But if people are interested, it might push it one way or the other.
Let us know in Discord. We were thinking about maybe Monday doing a trivia night or something fun, maybe from some of the different shows we cover. But if we do, I'll post it in Discord. Wolf versus Hyde. Yeah, that'd be great.
God, that's not how she dies.
I don't think they're gonna kill Enid. I really would.
Oh my God, I hope not. I'm worried. I'm very worried.
I don't know. I think she'll be fine. Well, that's good, Kelly. I'm glad. I think everybody would have fun with it. We have to figure out if we're going to do it though, like a theme. Like we were saying, do we just do like all the shows we cover? Do we do sci-fi in general? Do we do?
Well, I was going to tell you something. I saw a guy just doing music trivia. He just went on a live, just kind of spontaneously, and wanted to do punk rock trivia, and then he just presented the quizzes. Like he was looking online for quizzes, and just presented the quizzes, and then people in the chat answered those quizzes.
Yeah, it could be fun. I think it'd be fun to do it on all the shows we've covered so far. Like just do kind of like or maybe just do it on everything. I don't know. So we'll have to. The only thing is, if we do it on a lot of different subjects, it probably won't be a lot per show because we don't want to be there, hours upon hours. But yeah, it could be fun. We'll have to see if that works out. But make sure you guys join Discord and you can get all our updates, and then you'll know if we're doing that and everything else. But yeah, otherwise, like I said, Tuesday's the next thing. And then starting the week, look. Actually, I'm wrong with what I said. Starting Sunday the 7th. I was thinking that was the following Sunday. Starting Sunday the 7th, I'll also have Daryl Dixon with Lori. That'll be at 11:30. So yeah, Tuesday we have Fandom Access. Thursday we'll have Alien Earth. Then Sunday we'll have Daryl Dixon, and then that Monday we'll have
Wednesday again.
Wednesday, yeah. So
yeah, Nevermore Outcasts.
Then what?
I was gonna say you were using Nevermore Outcasts.
Yeah, it's less confusing, I think. I should say Nevermore Outcasts. But yeah, that's all the stuff that's coming up. And we'll, like I said, we'll see if we can do trivia this Monday though to fill in the hole. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. So just everybody let us know. And yeah, I guess we will see you then. And until then, we'll hopefully see you guys at Discord. Please talk in Discord. That's what it's for. We'll try to do some, we got to start doing some watch parties. Figure out stuff to watch. I keep saying eventually we're going to watch Awake. We will get there eventually. It's just going to take a bit. But we'll eventually get there. As fall approaches, we'll have more time. All right, guys. Well, unless you or anybody else has something else to add, I guess that's about it for tonight. So we will talk to you guys at the next one and maybe trivia. So yeah, check out Discord and please make sure that you subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision and like the video and check out all our other stuff. And yeah. And if you're watching on, I see Lethal Migraine, I see still watching on Twitch. Please do join our, or do subscribe to on our YouTube to Sci-Fi-Vision, because sometimes we are doing things that don't always fit on the other schedule. So sometimes there's some stuff outside of that. So yeah, everybody else, I hope y'all have a good night and a good holiday weekend. And yeah, enjoy your long weekend.
Arrivederci, Mia Carol.
Yeah. Thanks, Kelly. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.